Icebreaker is SeaWorld's first launch coaster. It's not just any launch coaster, it is a quad launch coaster. You get to launch forwards twice and backwards twice. We started developing the attraction fall of 2018. We go through a bunch of different layouts, different locations. We have elements in different spots as you go through that iterative process. One of the things we were missing at this park was a launch coaster, and we were also missing a lower rider height demographic at this park. On our previous Skyrocket 2 coasters, those are a 52-inch minimum rider height. So we were looking for something with the lower rider height dynamic. And then the dynamics of the ride, we wanted to tone them down just a little bit because we wanted it to be a family attraction. But it is family, but it is thrill. It's a family thrill type demographic. You know, there's family fun, there's high thrill, there's extreme. We're in the family thrill kind of category. So it's a really fun category to design rides for because you can play around with the dynamics. It packs a punch, and that's one of the goals of our design. We want to put as many elements as we could, and one of those elements is Florida's steepest beyond vertical drop. It's a 93-foot tall reverse spike that you experience at a 100-degree angle, and you feel kind of slightly inverted as you maneuver into that element. You leave the station, you move laterally to the right, and you're like, where am I going? So you really didn't understand the layout. A lot of enthusiasts understand the layouts and they can figure everything out, but a typical person in the general public doesn't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden you're gonna launch backwards. There's a lot of conversation and what kind of dynamics you want to have when you launch backwards. You want to make sure that riders are comfortable, especially with the rider demographic at a 48-inch rider height that we're going for. So you don't want to be too extreme. So we are intentionally straight going backwards on the launch section. We have these airtime hills or camelbacks. So you get these double up and double down experiences as you're launching forwards and backwards. Premier Rides is the manufacturer for Icebreaker, and they were a great partner on this project. Every ride that we work on typically is custom, so it has different stories and different challenges that you have to work through. We wanted to revitalize this area a little bit. You see the glacier bar, altitude burgers. It's all about the attraction, everything that kind of surrounds it. The challenge that we had here, a couple things. Fitting this ride in this location and trying to maintain existing utilities and building structures. So we went through a lot of napkin sketches back and forth with Premier Rides. They were great to work with on moving elements around, the reverse spike, the top hat. We formed the top hat differently in a couple phases. So what you see now is a team collaboration of 2 or 3 months of kind of getting that final ride layout kind of put together. And it's really expensive when you're trying to design and build an attraction if you have to move utilities everywhere. So some of the columns look really interesting on this ride. That's intentional because we worked with Premier to kind of move column locations around and to properly support the ride with the dynamics on it, but so we didn't have to move any utilities when building foundations. SeaWorld Orlando has the most diverse coaster collection in Orlando. We have a flying coaster in Manta. We have a floorless coaster that has inversions and Kraken. We have Mako, which is all about speed and heights and airtime. We have kiddie coasters here, Super Grover's Derby. We have a water coaster, Journey to Atlantis. So we're looking for something that differentiates itself from everything else in the park.